The Vietnam-era Veterans Readjustment Assistance Act, VEVRAA, VEVRAA of 1974, was initially aimed at assisting returning Vietnam veterans, protecting them from employment discrimination. Its categories of protected veterans now also include disabled veterans, in addition to recently separated veterans, armed forces service medal veterans, and active duty wartime or campaign badge veterans. The Act requires employers with federal contracts or subcontracts of $100,000 or more from discriminating in employment against protected veterans. In the case of contracts signed before December 1, 2003, the employer is covered under Section 4212 with federal contracts or subcontracts of $25,000 or more. VEVRAA requires employers to take affirmative action to recruit, hire, promote, and retain these individuals and prohibits discrimination against these veterans. Federal contractors are required to post open job listings to state employment service delivery systems with 3 exceptions. 1, executive positions. 2, positions lasting 3 days or less. And 3, positions filled internally. Despite these legal protections, veterans with disabilities have continued to face barriers and discrimination in employment. In 2014, updates to VEVRAA strengthened these affirmative action obligations, including requiring employers to establish annual hiring benchmarks for protected veterans. Updates went into effect at the same time as updates to Section 503 of the Rehabilitation Act. Both laws are administered by the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs, OFCCP. When requested, employers covered by the Act must make reasonable accommodations for qualified disabled veterans unless doing so would create an undue hardship. Qualified means the person satisfies the job-related requirements of the position they hold or are applying for and can perform its essential functions with or without a reasonable accommodation.